Oh my god, you guys, I'm back! After a day! What happened? The world must be ending. No, it's really not. I just felt, you guys deserve more than one book review this week, since I can do it. Because I kind of skipped out on you for the last year and a half, and I'm really, really sorry. But school came first, and, well, I'm trying to, get all that taken care of. But, I figured I've got free time, so I might as well make a book review for you guys again. Yay! Something. Okay, so yesterday we had a manga. Today I'm actually going to do the second book of a trilogy, and that is going to be Shadow's Edge by Brent from the Night Angel trilogy, which is the series that got me into the fantasy genre on its own. And at the time, I fell in love with the series because I was just getting into the genre. However, I did try and keep in mind that after reading more fantasy novels, what to keep in mind and look at when I'm thinking about books and reviewing them. So I'm going to try and review this and be fair and just, at least, for the fact that I loved this book when I read it. However, thinking back on it, I can kind of think of some things that, don't really work now that I know more about the genre. So, on to the book review, because I'm going to start rambling. Summary of this book is that we return to Kylar Stern, our wet boy. This time he's decided to retire from the life of a wet boy to be with the love of his life. Oh, it's so cheesy, isn't it? Oh. However, he does turn around because he gets really restless and he has to go save the world. So that makes it a lot easier, because I don't think I could read a full book about him retiring and not being a wet boy, because I liked him because he was a wet boy. So yeah, good job on that part. He gets to be a wet boy. Things that work with this novel, though, is that the world becomes more rich. In the first book, we're just centrally located to a smaller area. We get to know that area. We learn more about the life of the wet boy and some of the politics going on within the city areas. This time, since Kylar retires, he has to move away because people know who he is. And in that aspect, we get to see more of the world, we get to learn more of the people, the different cultures, the different groups. That made it a lot of fun, having more expansion, more things to learn about. And you guys know me, I like cultural related things, so this just worked perfectly for me. Also, there's a lot of humor. For me, reading this as my first fantasy genre, the humor is pretty much what kept me going, because I didn't really care too much about the politics. I didn't really get into the idea of how the knights and shining armor and kings and all that political stuff that goes on there. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. It didn't interest me. So the humor is what kept me going, and there's a lot of humor. Also, we get to learn more about the wet boy lifestyle, which is, is my favorite thing. It's related to the assassin. And I love assassins. I love anything that's kind of ninja related. So that worked out perfectly. And although, wet boy's not an assassin, because the assassin has a target, whereas the wet boy has, I think it's a debtor. It's been a while since I read the series, so correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a debtor. Which, I just enjoy that. That was my favorite part from the first book, and the idea that we return to it just gets me all excited. Alright, so now things that don't work, that after reading actual fantasy novels within this genre, well, reading more fantasy novels within the genre, things that I could think of that didn't work too much were that, as an afterthought, there is too much humor. There is a lot of humor to the point that it can be too much. And for some people that works, for some people it doesn't work. It's kind of like how Daylight War, there was so much sex that it either worked or it didn't work. Kinda gotta pick one of the two. Also, the other thing that made me really bummed out was that there's no Durzo. I freaking love Durzo. I'm a Durzo fangirl, mainly because he was really awesome. And he was just that person who didn't let people give him crap. That's why I loved him so much. And that's actually why I got Perfect Shadow, which, I might review one of those in maybe a little while, which will be fun. So those two things didn't really work very well. Also, we had some characters and events that would pop up, but they didn't seem to have any relevancy to the storyline or the plot line, or they just kind of popped up, and it's like, why are you here? What's the purpose of you? You could have just been cut out, and it would have had no effect on the entire thing. So there were some of those problems that went on with it. However, overall, this book, I would say you do need to read it, especially if you're into the first book. I would say, definitely check out the rest of the series. The second book, it does a pretty good job for living up to the first book. It can only do so much because the first book is always the best book if it astounds you and makes you so happy and thrilled. So definitely check it out. I would actually recommend borrowing it first, just in case you don't like it. Then you save yourself the money, so borrow it from a friend or from the library. Save yourself the problems and the troubles, and if you really like it overall, you can buy yourself a copy, and, if you ever come across Brent Weeks at a convention or something, have him sign it. It's always fun. I need to look into doing that, because that would be awesome. Gotten into the whole signing thing, thanks to Brett. Thank you, Brett, very much for getting me addicted to something that I don't need more addiction to. No offense or rudeness or anything. That actually surprised me. So, yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had an awesome day. I'm doing pretty good. And if you guys want to see more book reviews, hit subscribe down below. And, if I post another book review tomorrow, you will know. You will be instantly updated on that. Or you can even go to Facebook and, friend me on Facebook and follow me there. Or, follow my Instagram or my Google Plus or whatever else I have down there. Also, fun little note to fact to note. Yeah, that one. I joined this group called Ocean of Bees, and I'm going to have the link down below. And go check them out. It's this group of guys that I just joined them recently, and so they definitely check them out. I'm trying to, be friendly with them. God, I just sound awful by saying that. No, I'm not really that. I'm part of the group, so I'm trying to let you guys know to check them out, and if they're extremely interesting to you, be sure to subscribe and watch their videos. And yeah, you guys have an awesome night, and remember to don't feed the trolls. That's going to be my new saying, actually, because it does you no good. So if you see any trolls in any of my reviews in the comments, just don't interact with them. Don't feed them. And, maybe we'll start a revolution of not interacting with trolls, and then maybe they'll slowly die out. Yeah, we'll go with that, because I'm awful at trying to finish these off for you guys. So have a great night. Don't feed the trolls. And I will see you guys later, maybe tomorrow. Bye.